Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly tarot reading. This is for anybody with a Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or anyone who knows someone with a Sagittarius in those placements. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading, and so not everything that you hear today will resonate with you. If not, that's fine. Just take what does resonate and leave the rest for whoever is meant to receive it. Today we have pile number 1 here with the Manga Tarot and a piece of Labradorite. Pile number 2 is the Everyday Witch Tarot with some Bloodstone. And over here, last but not least, we have pile number 3 with the Mystic Mondays Tarot and a piece of Tiger's Eye. So feel free to pause the video and meditate on your stack, see what stone or deck of cards is calling to you. You may get more than one that really jumps out at you. If so, that's fine. It just means that you have more than one message this week. So I will let you do that, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, Sagittarius. For those of you who've picked pile number 1, this is your reading with this pretty little piece of Labradorite. Labradorite has always been one of my favorite stones. I love the translucent, although it's kind of hard to pick up in a camera, but it has a really pretty translucent quality to it. Labradorite is about, well, it represents a lot of things, but I know loyalty is one of them. So let's see what the universe has for you this week. Let's see. I apologize if you hear the dryer in the background. It's laundry day. Maybe it's a reminder to you to not forget about yourself and taking care of your house. Let's see. What does Sagittarius need to know for the next week? What does Sagittarius need to know for the next week? Let's see. Oh, that's a few too many cards. Sagittarius need to know. That's better. Come on. Apparently you've got a lot going on because the universe is very chatty this week. So on the bottom of the deck we have the 4 of Swords. So kind of goes with what I was saying earlier, is don't forget to take some time out, take care of your house, rest from your job and your responsibilities every now and then so that you can catch up on chores and taking care of yourself and relaxing and replenishing that energy that is easily taken by the everyday grind. But you have one hell of a week coming. Wow. You've got the 10 of Cups. You've got the Emperor, and you've got the Lovers. So some of you might be getting married this week, or you're meeting the one that you will be married, or will be marrying soon. This is one of those happily ever after kind of things. You are on top of your game, you know what you're doing, you know what you want, and here it comes, handed to you on a silver platter by the universe. That is so cool. Let's see what additional messages. It'd be great if you met them while you were taking a break from your work, since that was what was on the bottom of the deck. Take some time out, go out to eat with some friends, or whatever. And see what happens. That's so fun. All right, let's see. What else does the universe have to say to Sagittarius pile number 1? This deck is so big, my hands can barely fit it. There's one. Let's see. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Too many. Also too many. Take the one off the top. Okay. We have choices. We always have choices. It's interesting. And we have mirrored souls. So with these two cards, it kind of splits up this reading into two different possibilities here. With choices and the Ten of Cups, the Lovers, and the Emperor, it means that you are on top of your game, but you have a very important choice that you need to make this week in regards to your future happiness. What is going to give you that emotionally fulfilling life that when you are on your deathbed at the end of your life, you're going to look back and you're going to be like, man, I had a great fucking life. But it's going to be a choice that you have to make from the heart, not necessarily from logic. It's going to be pulling you towards it in a way that isn't really logical, and you have to be able to accept that. The other one is the Mirrored Souls card, which goes along with what I had initially said, with some of you are either getting married or meeting your twin flame or soulmate this week, and it's going to be a kind of, oh my gosh, I didn't know that this kind of person existed, and it's going to turn into a for the rest of your life kind of thing. And it's going to be amazing. Either way, whether it's a choice you have to make for your happiness or meeting your twin flame or soulmate, it is going to be an amazing week full of success and emotional fulfillment. It's going to be absolutely incredible. I'm going to get some final messages from Spirit, from the universe, for Sagittarius pile number 1. Let's see what last things the universe wants you to know. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, they are very eager to talk to you today. Okay. At the bottom of the deck was Leo. Here, I'll show you. It's the Lion or Leo, so it might be a Leo that you're meeting. I know Leos and Sagittarians are pretty well matched. Alright, we have the Lantern. We got some spiritual insight and pathfinding. You have the Leaf. It's all about growth and regeneration. And we have the Castle. And the Castle is all about, that solid foundation. We're going to look them up in the book just to be sure. This is a fairly new deck, so it often has insight that I don't quite remember. Lantern, Leaf, and Castle. Castle, fantasy, oneness, soul guardianship, alignment, mercy. Yeah, so oneness and alignment. It's you coming into alignment with the universe where you're supposed to be and being able to align with your twin flame, your soul purpose. Whether it's your twin flame or your soul purpose, this is happening this week. Then we have Lantern. guidance, remembrance, divine light, transition, internal spirit. Yep. So it's that inspiration, that insight. It's like just follow the light, follow that guidance. It's going, a lot of times it's an intuition thing. So if you haven't met your twin flame or your soulmate, and you're just feeling this week like, you know what, it would be really nice if I could just take a day off and go out to eat at Chili's or go to some bowling alley arcade place, you know, that'd be great. Well, do it, because that's where you're going to meet this person and have life-changing, amazing experiences. And then we have the leaf. Cycles, growth, change, gathering. So yeah, a lot of growth, a lot of change, a lot of building up of amazing energies, all for that big burst of amazing, fulfilling, just, it's going to be so amazing. I'm really happy for you. This is an exciting reading. So be prepared. It's one of those things, as a saying comes to mind, it's everyone always makes plans on what happens if something goes wrong. Well, what happens if this goes wrong? I need a plan A, a plan B, a plan C, clear through Z on what am I going to do if what I want doesn't happen. Well, how about making a plan for what happens if something goes right? If you've got a plan and you want to make it happen, you know, having a plan B is always a good thing, because then you're not going to be caught off guard. But if you make so many plans for, well, if this doesn't work out, then I have to go and do this, then you're manifesting it to not happen. So if you instead turn that around into positivity and be like, all right, well, I'll have this going for me if that doesn't work out, but if it does work out, then I want plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. And then you just sit there and you literally manifest what happens if it works out. And that's the whole point behind manifestation, is your thoughts become your reality, because your thoughts become your words, become your actions, become your reality. And it all starts with how you think. So if you're thinking negatively and like, oh, you know, this might not work out, so I have to have a plan B, C, D, E, F. Well, turn that around. Have a plan B, sure, but have a whole bunch of plans for if it succeeds. So many people are caught off guard when their plans work and they're like, oh, well, I wasn't expecting this, so now what do I do? Well, have a plan for it. Get ready, because there's a lot of amazing things coming your way. Anyways, that's all I have for you today. I don't even need to wish you good luck, because you're going to have some amazing luck this week. Just have fun, enjoy it, jump in with both feet. Sagittarians are all about love and loving adventure and fun, and it's going to be full of it this week for you. So take advantage and live it up, because this week is going to be amazing. I'll see you in next week's reading. Bye for now. Hello Sagittarius, for those of you who've picked pile number 2, this is your reading. This is the Everyday Witch Tarot with this pretty little piece of bloodstone. The unique thing about this bloodstone, as you can see here, is that it has no red in it. I remember buying it and the people at the store were like, oh, that's a really interesting piece of bloodstone. There isn't very many bloodstones that don't have speckles of red in it. It's supposed to be bloodstone for a reason. So it's unique, just like Sagittarius. So let's see what the universe has in store for you this week. Here's your next week. What is going on with Sagittarius? I have tiny hands and shuffling can be a little bit difficult sometimes, so bear with me. Alright, let's see. What does Sagittarius pile number 2 need to know this week? something new. Getting curious. It's always a good thing. Sagittarius is the scholar. One of the many, well, not many, there's very few, but you're one of the scholars of the zodiac. And with Sagittarius, it tends to be a scholar of spirituality, okay? Whereas signs like Gemini or Aquarius are scholars of just general knowledge and wanting to know that everything there is to know about everything. Sagittarius and Pisces actually tend to be the scholars of spirituality and spiritual advancement, the wanting to know everything there is about the soul and afterlife and everything spirituality. It's one of the things I really respect about Sagittarius, actually, is how smart they are when it comes to things like that. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So you are enjoying the rewards of your efforts, and there's a lot of cards. Let's see. We have the Page of Swords. I'm learning something new. We have the Eight of Swords. Feeling a little bit stuck. Maybe that's why you're learning something new, so you can get unstuck. We have the Two of Cups. You've got some good friends, or you're meeting somebody new that has that initial spark of attraction there. You got the Four of Pentacles. You are working on your finances and doing your absolute best to get that stable foundation for you and your future family or current family. We've got the Four of Cups. You are not satisfied with things as they are going right now, which goes with the Eight of Swords. You feel stuck. You feel like you've got this good foundation, but this is not what you want to do. This is not satisfying for you. And so in comes the Judgment card to remind you that this is not all there is in life. You're like, oh yeah, hey, I could do that. So here you go to learn something new. It's always a good idea. We were not meant to be born to pay bills and then die. Like, we are meant to live and explore and find and conquer and be joyful and loving. We were not meant for the rat race. I mean, unless the rat race is what you are passionate about, and then go for it. But, I mean, how many people do you know that enjoy the rat race? Alright, let's see what else the universe has for you. Well, that was fast. And that's exactly how many we want. Okay. Sorry for the coughing, I have allergies. So on the bottom here, it's the sacred journey. So yeah, you are finding your place. You're finding your calling. You've figured it out. You've got your second chance. You know how to move forward. And now it is time to move forward. Move forward. Start that new education. Start that new learning process. Education comes in a lot of forms. I've heard a lot of people say school is not for smart people. And, you know, sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. But in Sagittarius' case, most of the things that Sagittarius learns is not from a school setting. You do a lot of learning through hardcore life experience, and it is not always pleasant, but it really helps you to learn. It looks like you are trying to learn something new. I don't know if you're going to take an official class, or if you're just going to say, screw that, I will just watch YouTube videos until I master it, and then do it that way. But either way, this is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. It'll help you get unstuck. It'll help you find your passion, and it will be exactly what you need to be doing. And then we have emotions. Well, it's good to know where your emotions are. You shouldn't let it make your decisions for you. You know, you're supposed to be passionate about what you're doing in life, because your passions can lead you to want to do something in a manner that will support you and pay your bills while still being able to have a lot of fun. And that's great. But make sure that it's intermixed with logic. Emotions and logic need to be intermixed in order to really succeed here. Yes, you should definitely do something that you can be happy with, that you can be passionate about. You are not meant to get all depressed over doing the same thing day in and day out and just never being satisfied. But make sure your emotion and your logic are mixing here so that you can figure out how to make those next steps forward in a logical manner towards the passion, towards fulfilling your dreams. And now we are going to see some final messages from the universe. I like little decks because little decks are good for my little hands. This is the Antiquities of Magic deck. I love it because it's so pretty. Let's see what final messages the universe has for Sagittarius. Pile number 2. Okay. That's good enough. On the bottom is the blindfold, which is all about stepping forward before you know it, like how it's gonna work. Like, you've got an idea, you know more or less how to make it happen, but nobody ever knows if your plan's gonna succeed or not, right? The deck is just saying, all right, well, it's time to take that first step forward, whatever that may be. Maybe you need to quit your day job and throw yourself full force into your new passion and learn it and dig in and get it going as fast as humanly possible. But sometimes that's not possible. Sometimes, you know, there's this horrible thing that we have to do on a monthly basis called bills. So it's just encouraging you to make that first step, whether it's quitting your job entirely and focusing on your new passion, or cutting back on your work hours a bit so that you can focus more on that. Or, you know, you're gonna know. You'll know what I'm talking about. You'll know what the cards mean because you've got your intuition and you've got your own experience to work from. So we have butterflies. Not sure what that one means. We'll have to look it up. We have the staff, which is all about finding your new passion and getting things moving. One of the things that I love about fire signs, I am one, is that we are good at getting things started. We find a new passion and we are on it. We're like, oh, passion? Yes, gone. We are on it. We are always following our passions. We are never satisfied with the mundane, chasing money. Like, I mean, who isn't chasing money so that we can be comfortable? But we don't chase large amounts of money at the cost of depression. Like, for a fire sign to do the same thing day in and day out every single day for the rest of our lives to make money, it better be something that we're really passionate about, because if it's not, all it's going to do is cause depression, and it's not a good thing. We have the horse. So maybe you or someone you know is born in the year of the horse. And we have the fish. So again, that goes along with Pisces. Maybe you know a Pisces, or maybe you have strong Pisces placements. Let's look these up and see exactly what they mean. Let's see. The butterfly is so pretty. Rebirth, transition, new phase, hopes and wishes, morphing. Yep. Just like the move forward. Yeah, you are starting something new, something very important. You are stepping into your purpose and finding that passion. Let's see. Fours. Freedom, victory, stamina, power, possibilities. Yeah, you are finding your freedom. You're saying, fuck this horse shit with this whole same thing day in, day out, being bored out of my damn mind. Like, no, there's so much more to life than this. It is time to break free of those chains, find my purpose, learn my purpose, and get this going. Get on it. We got fish. Fish, subconscious, intuition, emotions, fertility, luck. Yeah. So this is promising you a lot of luck in this endeavor. And it's saying that this is definitely playing on your intuition. But this is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You need to listen to your intuition. Sometimes intuition is not always logical, but it's one of those things where it goes with the blindfold, where you follow your intuition even though it doesn't necessarily make sense, and as the situation unfolds, all of a sudden you'll be able to put the pieces together and be like, oh, that's how that, okay, yeah, I get it now. Let's see, and we will double check the staff. Power of manifestation, wisdom, travel, experience, protection, evoke. Yep. Yep, you are manifesting this, and that's another thing that Sagittarius is good at, manifestation. Is get this going. No more sitting around waiting. Let's initiate, let's pathfind. Let's just jump right in. Get in there head first. So that's all I have for you this week. This is a very exciting week for you because you are finding your passion and you are jumping right in and you're learning all there is to know about it. And it's going to be amazing for you. Don't forget to take care of yourself. As exciting as it is, don't forget that you need sleep. Because if you're not sleeping or you're not eating properly, you're going to end up hitting a brick wall. And we don't want to do that. So make sure you're eating properly, make sure you're exercising, etc., all that stuff doctors tell you. Stay healthy, stay safe, and we will see you in your next reading. Bye. Hello, Sagittarius. For those of you who've picked pile number 3 with the Mystic Monday Tarot and this pretty little piece of tiger's eye, this is your reading. So, without further ado, let's see what the universe has to say. This is a very pretty deck, and it's the second deck I've ever owned. So it's a little worn around the edges. But I love how it's got that silver around the edges, and I love the bold coloring in the deck. And the unique images. It's just the cards are really thick, so it can be a little bit difficult to shuffle. Anyways, let's see what the universe has to say to Sagittarius. Pile number 3 this week. Knight of Swords, you are moving forward fast on something. Nice. Moving forward fast, just make sure you're not, you're moving fast away from something. But nope, this ain't working. To hell with this, I'm out. On the bottom here, we have the Princess or Page of Cups. So you've got some new ideas. Let's see. Okay. So we have the Knight of Swords. We have the Six of Swords. We have the Moon. We have the Five of Cups in reverse. That's awesome to have in reverse. Sorry for the coughing, I have allergies. We have the Four of Wands in reverse. And we have the Ten of Wands. Alright. You have had too much on your plate lately, and you are saying, nope, fuck this, I'm out. And you are out in a very fast manner. You don't really know what's coming next, but you know that you're not going back to where you were. No judgment here. You are done with the disappointments. You are done with the lack of excitement and enjoyment. And you are just out. It's like, peace. See you later. You are finally laying down those burdens. That thing, whatever it is, whether it's a person, situation, job, you're just like, no, this is not worth it. This is not worth the trouble. This is not worth the anxiety. This is not worth the depression and not feeling appreciated or loved. And it is time to get just GTFO and find a place where I am appreciated and loved and actually wanted, that kind of thing. And good for you, because we all deserve to be somewhere that we're appreciated and loved. Whether it's a job, a person, a situation. If it doesn't feed that cup of love, then it's not somewhere you're supposed to be. Especially not for a long period of time. I'm going to see some extra words of wisdom from the universe. You are limitless, absolutely. Let's see. We have limitless. There is nowhere you can't go and nothing you can't do. We have free spirit. That is the soul of Sagittarius right here. Chains do not bind a Sagittarius, because a Sagittarius cannot be bound. And we have choices. You have freed yourself. You are limitless. And now the choice is yours on where you want to go and what you want to do next. And the universe is there to back you up. You have love and support. There's this really cool saying that I learned recently, and that is, you need to be with people who think that you are a fuck yes. If you are not a fuck yes to another person, then they should be a fuck no to you. You should be with people who love being around you, who make you feel appreciated, who are always wanting to hang out. Rather than being with people who are just burdened, who think of you as a chore, someone that they have to take care of or have to do things for, that kind of thing. Like, no, you're worth way more than that. Forget them. If they don't think of you as a fuck yes, then they are a fuck no to you. Let's see. Let's get some final messages from the universe for you, Sagittarius. Let's see, final messages for Sagittarius. Pile number 3. What is some final things that Sagittarius needs to know for the week ahead? So just know that standing up for yourself and leaving a bad situation behind is a very good thing. It's something that the universe is definitely backing you up on. So you don't need to worry about it. Just get out. And once you're out, you can figure out your next steps. You've got a lot of choices. You've got people who think of you as a joy and a blessing. You don't need to be around people who think otherwise, because they're not worth your time. You know, you've got a lot to offer. You're a very fun person, a very wise person. You know, you're the kind of person that anybody and everybody would want to be around if they can appreciate someone with your fire, your magnetism, your knowledge and energy, and just like there's a lot of things that Sagittarius has to offer. And if someone can't see that, then clearly they don't need to be around you. You know, if they can't appreciate you, fuck them. All right. So we have house. And we're going to look these up in the book because this is a new deck that I'm not super familiar with yet. We have Sphinx. We have the ocean. We have the snail. And we have fire. Ignite that passion. Go get it. Alright. Fire, expansion, transformation, purification, passion. Yeah. Go find that passion. It's time for you to transform and find your soul purpose. And it's going to be amazing, and the universe has got your back. So you are unstoppable. You are limitless. We have house, soul, family, familiarity, internal workings, levels of consciousness. Yep. Don't forget that you can count on your family. Unless it's your family you're running away from, because that is highly possible. You cannot heal in the situation or environment that made you sick. So if it's your family that you're running away from, don't forget you've got family that you've chosen. You've got friends, you've got loved ones. You know, you are never actually alone. There's always people out there who will love you for who you are unconditionally. You just gotta find them and do your part to make the relationship work. That's really all there is to it. So if it's not your family though, don't forget about your family. You can always go to your family, chill for a while, figure out your next step. If it is your family you're running from, chill with a friend for a couple of weeks. Figure out the next step. What do you want to do? What's your passion? How can you accomplish this? You're leaving behind something that was very unhealthy for you, and fuck yeah, good for you. Go you. Now it's time to, okay, what's the next step? Alright. Emotions, subconscious, release, purification, flow. Yeah. You are releasing the old baggage. This is for the ocean card. You're releasing that old baggage and you are going places. It's time to flow. It's time to figure out who you are all over again. It's time to figure out where you want to go. What's your next step? What do you want to do? It's all about what you want to do. What's good for you. You know better than anyone what you want and how to make it happen. Let's see. We have the snail with patience, persistence. Yeah. Limitless expansion. You are limitless. Just remember that your next step may require patience. Luckily, Sagittarius is the most patient of the fire signs. So you can lie in wait for a couple of years if that's what it's going to take to get what you want. And that is going to come in handy. Because once you figure out your next steps, it might take you a while to slowly put the pieces together and build up that picture so that you can call it a ultimate success and actually accomplish what you're trying to do. Let's see. And lastly, we've got the Sphinx. Tribute, elemental alchemy, ancient wisdom, protector. Yeah, you are protected. The universe has your back. And Sagittarius is a very wise sign. Even if you don't feel wise, all you gotta do is slow your mind down a little and really focus on a subject, and you will find that you're a lot wiser than you think. Sagittarius is one of my favorite people to talk to whenever I want to bounce off ideas and controversial subjects or philosophy. It's Like, you guys are pros at that stuff, and it's one of my favorite things. So don't forget that. There's always people out there who are going to be supporting you. The universe has your back, which means you're pretty much unstoppable. You are limitless. Don't forget about that powerful manifestation ability that you have. You can do this. You're walking away. Good for you. Time to figure out the next step. Relax. Sit down. Release all that old bullshit that's been hindering you for so long. And then figure out what you want and how to get there. And the universe has your back again. And a lot of people, don't forget about your loved ones, whether it's family or not, it doesn't matter. Just don't forget about them. They're there for you. They will support you. They will help you as much as possible. You have a lot of support. You have a lot of love. Good luck. Remember to breathe. Remember that self-care. Very, very important. Be happy. Stay safe. I'll see you in next week's reading. Bye.